Imagine the perfect evening. The rich, chocolatey aroma of roasted beans fills the room. You feel the comforting weight of a ceramic mug in your hands. And then, that first velvety sip. For most of us, this ritual is the highlight of the day. But let's be honest, there's often a hidden tax involved. It's that frustrating 3 a.m. session where you're staring at the ceiling, wondering why your brain won't just shut up. This is exactly where decaf enters the story. It's often hailed as a modern miracle for coffee lovers. But have you ever actually stopped to look at that decaffeinated label and wonder? What's really going on inside those beans? Is it some kind of synthetic imitation? A chemically stripped shell? Or maybe a completely different species of plant? Today, we're peeling back the silver foil to uncover the science. From high-pressure carbon dioxide to secret water baths, we are going to explore how we extract the kick without killing the soul. The first thing we need to clear up is a little marketing white lie. Despite the name, decaf is almost never 100% caffeine-free. Think of it more like low-octane fuel for your nervous system. In the world of international trade, governed by strict regulations in the EU and Americas, a bean only earns decaf if it surrenders 97% to 99% of its caffeine. To put that into perspective, your standard brew packs 100 to 120 milligrams. A cup of decaf? It carries a shadow, 2 to 7 milligrams. For most, that's a rounding error. But if you're chemically sensitive or have medical conditions, keep it on your radar. Here's the thing, decaf isn't grown in a special forest, it's engineered. It starts as a regular green coffee bean. Caffeine isn't just dust on the surface. It's woven into a complex molecular tapestry of over 1,000 compounds. If you're reckless, you don't just remove the stimulant. You strip the bean of its identity. It tastes like wet cardboard. That's why the magic has to happen while the beans are still green and unroasted. At this stage, they are resilient. The history began with luck in 1903. A German merchant, Ludwig Roselius, had a shipment soaked in seawater during a storm. He found they lost caffeine but kept their structure. His original fix used benzene, a toxic chemical we'd never use today. One of the most respected techniques today is the Swiss water process. This is the gold standard for the organic crowd. Because the liquid is hungry only for caffeine, the molecules migrate out to fill the void, leaving flavor oils behind. It's a slow, rhythmic molecular dance that can take up to 10 hours just to finish a single batch. No harsh additives. Of course, the most common method worldwide uses a bit of clever chemistry, the solvent method. Don't let the C word scare you. Usually, this involves ethyl acetate, a sweet-smelling compound found naturally in ripening pears and bananas. This is why you'll often see it marketed as the natural process. The beans are steamed until they swell and their pores open. Then they are rinsed in these solvents. They act like a chemical magnet, bonding specifically to the caffeine molecules. Once the caffeine is captured, the beans are steamed again. These solvents vanish completely long before that coffee hits your mug. But if we're talking about the space age of coffee, we have to look at the carbon dioxide, CO2, method. Inside massive tanks, liquid CO2 is forced into the beans at insane pressures, up to 300 atmospheres. At this supercritical state, the CO2 acts like a hybrid between a gas and a liquid. It dissolves caffeine with surgical precision. When the pressure is released, the CO2 simply evaporates into the air. taking the caffeine with it and leaving the flavor untouched. So, let's address the elephant in the room. Why does decaf sometimes get a bad rap for tasting flat? It's quite simple. Caffeine itself provides a specific bitterness that contributes to the bite. When you pull it out, the balance shifts. To compensate, roasters often roast decaf beans longer, or choose beans from higher altitudes with more natural acidity. Beyond flavor, decaf is a nutritional powerhouse. It keeps almost all the antioxidants and polyphenols that make coffee healthy. It helps fight inflammation and protects your heart, making it perfect for anyone who wants a cup before bed without the racing heart. Thanks for hanging out and exploring the world with us. If there's another simple thing you want us to deconstruct, let us know in the comments. We love digging into your ideas. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the end, decaf isn't some fake version. It's an evolution, over a century of human brilliance giving us pleasure without the tax on our pulse. So, next time you take a sip, remember the journey. And as always, stay curious.